Hey guys, welcome back to my channel today. If you're new here, you're welcome, and if you're old, you're still welcome. Just in case you're wondering who this girl is, my name is Onyeka and I'm just a YouTuber. Thanks for taking out time from your busy schedules to watch my video. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So just hit the subscribe button down below right now. Just do it. I'm gonna give you a minute. Subscribe. Okay, let's wait. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing. Today's video is just gonna be me dishing out some tips on some basic information you need to know or some basic things you need to do before you decide to come to Canada. Well, oftentimes I get asked a number of questions about how to come to Canada. When I mean how, it's like I'm referring to coming here to school. So that's what I mean. But before we start this video, I just want to put out the disclaimer here. Whatever I'm saying here is based off of my experience. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is just my experience. I'm not an agent or a licensed person. So everything I'm just saying is based off of my experience, my personal experience. I don't know. It could work differently for you or it could work differently for someone else. But this is just how it worked for me and what I did, or just things I realized that I did wrong, and I hope someone else would not make the same mistake. So when you've made up your mind that you want to come to Canada to study, so of course the first thing you need to do is you need to decide what kind of degree you want to get. Do you want to get a diploma? You want to get a master's or a PhD? And of course you also need to know the durations of this program. I don't know if I'm talking so deep, my voice is too deep. I'm assuming you already know the durations of this program, but for the sake of this video, since I'm giving out tips, diploma is basically somewhere between 8 months to 16 months. Masters somewhere between 12 months to 16 months, and PhD somewhere around 4 years. After deciding what degree you want to get, of course you need to decide what program you want to study. Obviously. This part can be a bit tricky because it's a game changer. It's a game changer for this, so you need to be careful in deciding what program you want to study. I mean, if you already have something in mind, good, it will simplify the process for you. But if you're not sure of what you want to do, or you have an idea of what area you want to go, but you're not specific, you're not sure of the specific course you want to do, one tip I'm going to dish out today is that look up schools, take down some courses that you can resonate to, and write them down and go and do proper research on those courses, what those courses involve. Do you have the proper background? Do you have the proper qualifications? I mean, it's going to be weird. For example, you have a background in nursing and you want to have a master's in arts. I mean, anything is possible, but let's be realistic. You're going to find it hard to get an admission from a school because you have a lot of work to do convincing that school why they should admit you. So to make things easier, try to align your undergraduate degree with the next degree you want to get. So it's just going to be easier. What am I doing? It's just going to be easier. So in essence, your undergraduate degree should kind of match the next degree you want to get. I mean, just so you don't kind of render your undergraduate degree useless. I mean, so it will still mean something to you in the future when you're searching for jobs. So again, you want to make sure your next degree or master's or whatever you want to get matches your previous degree. You have to take your time to do your research, and this might not be a one-day thing, so you have to spend some time. Take your time because this is your future you're talking about, so you want to take your time to do proper research. You also want to keep in mind that the length of your program determines the amount of postgraduate work permit years you're going to get if you decide to stay after your school. In essence, what that means is if your program was 12 months, you're going to get 1 year work permit, and if your program is 16 months and above, you're going to get 3 years work permit. So obviously it sounds better to go with the option of choosing programs with longer durations. I mean, you're going to get 3 years work permit and you have 3 years to sort yourself out to get a job and do whatever you want to do. But with 1 year, it's not so easy to get a job when you're done with school. So you want to lean towards the programs with longer durations just to take the pressure off you when you graduate. You need to also be careful when you're searching for schools. You want to make sure that the schools that you're choosing are designated learning institutions. And what I mean is that the designated learning institutions are, I'm going to call them DLIs. So the DLIs are like accredited schools in the country, so you don't want to go to a school that is not accredited. I don't know, you just don't want to. So one way to find like a list of schools is just Google DLI schools in Canada, and you see a bunch of them, and you can make your decisions from there, or make your choice from there. Another thing to consider is that you can apply to colleges, universities, or technical schools. The thing with colleges is that it's easier, and it's when I say it's easier, it's like it's easier to get admitted, and tuition is usually cheaper and more affordable. And for universities, it's a bit on the high side, so you want to consider that. And it's a bit tough to get admitted compared to colleges from my observation. And for technical schools, I'm not sure. One thing that I've observed is that most people who get college admissions and apply for visas don't really get accepted as much as those who get university admissions and apply for visas. I don't know, this is my observation, but I could be wrong, like I said. So, but this is what I observe, and you definitely want to like lean towards getting approved. So try to lean towards university. I know it's costly, but some schools have like scholarship options and grants and loans. I don't know how that works. So while you're researching the schools and you come across something that you're not on, like you're unsure of what that particular information meant, you can actually call the school and mail them. I know it sounds basic, but some people are kind of like reluctant to call or contact the school. They rather ask like people, their fellow peers, but sometimes your fellow peers don't have like the right answer to everything. So I would definitely advise you to contact the school directly. They will tell you, in fact, write all the questions you want to ask them, call them, they will answer. They will actually give you answers to your questions because they want you to come to their school, so they would answer you properly. Not all schools have their tuition displayed on their website, so you really want to know how much is the cost for the program you're applying to. Don't do blind application like me, please. Call the school, ask them how much is this thing. They will tell you, or even if they can't tell you, they can give you a range. So ask the school how much is that program, if you can afford it, because don't have one chance like me. And then you also want to be sure that the program you're applying to is course-based or thesis, and you need to decide what you want to do. Essentially what that means is course-based is kind of like you're just going to write an exam and that's it. For thesis, it's like this huge research project, and if you're someone that loves research, great. If you're someone that, let's not talk about it, please. I lean towards the course-based aspect because I don't know, it was easier, and stress, I'm allergic to stress. Don't just go and say whatever it is, I will do it. Thesis is not being so, it's not being so you really want to think carefully about the choices you're making, because when you get there, you ask yourself, who sent me? I had a video in my channel, I'm going to link up. I said, who sent me? I felt that who sent me moment. So please don't go through that who sent me phase. Take your time. Understand what they're telling you in that website. Oh God. When applying to schools, please try not to limit yourself to one particular province. I mean, it's a beautiful country. Explore. Like, don't be like me. I was only like, I limited myself to one province, and looking back now, I wish I explored more, because I mean, I would have gotten more options. I would advise that you spread out your wings a little bit and don't just search for like one program of choice. I mean, you want one program of choice, but you know, it might be harder. Like, I'm just speaking from my experience, because I applied to schools looking for only public health and it was really hard. So what you want to do is like have a variety of programs, like 2, okay, 3 might be too much, but you can just have like 2 programs, apply to different schools, and you might be lucky. So try to have like a variety of programs to apply to. So we're still talking about programs. Of course, after you find the school, okay, after you've chosen a program, you found a school that has a program, you also want to make sure that you meet the specific requirements for that program, because you don't want to go and do like a blind stupid application when they're asking for something you don't have the thing to apply. Of course, you will not get admitted. So you want to make sure you meet the requirements. When I say requirement, for example, they may require you to have like a background in biology or geography or something. If you don't have it, they will not give you the admission. So you need to make sure you have the proper requirements. Tip: make sure you apply on time. If you're planning on like starting school September, right now it's December, so if you're planning on starting school September next year, my dear, you should have started applying since September this year, because I think the application portals, they open like a year before resumption. So like those that are planning to like attend school next year, the portal opens like September and closes like December, January, February, March. It varies from school to school, so please do proper research. And please, when you're doing your research, have a jotter, write everything down, write the name of the school, the deadline for the application. It will help you. I remember when I was applying, see, looking back now, it took the grace of God. It took the grace of God, because I remember I was applying 3 days to the deadline. What was I thinking? So you need to give yourself like 1 year. I know it sounds like a very long time, but trust me, 1 year is not long. You'll see the process now. When you finally decide on the degree you want to get, your program of choice, your school of choice, so it's time to do the application, which is another process alone. I mean, it's not hard, but you can do it on your own without the help of any agent. Please apply to a minimum of 2 to 3 schools. See, I know it's expensive, but please, the more the schools you apply to, the more the chances of you getting admitted to one. It's not easy. I mean, for colleges, I know people that have applied to college, like just one college, and they got it. But like I said, chances for visa approval, based off of my observation, is higher with universities. So now that we're talking about application, please write a good personal statement, because sometimes they might like ask you some specific questions of what they want to know, but some might not ask you. So write a good personal statement. When you write one, give it to like 2 or 3 people to read and help you correct some errors. I remember my personal statement. I mean, I read it recently and I was laughing. I was like, how the hell did they give me an admission? Because I was so ashamed of what I wrote. But now I'm a better writer. So you also want to make sure you have like 2 or 3 references, professional and personal. I think no, professional and work reference. So, and one thing to note is that when they mean they require a reference from you, it's not a reference that has like, for example, an email address of Yahoo or Gmail. I mean, like, this is what they required from me. They wanted something with like an official domain name. Like, for example, let's say it's Toyota is the company your referee is working, so at toyota.com. So you want something that's pretty official. So to start making plans to, contact people that you know that have like official emails. Another requirement that they usually ask for is like an English proficiency test. Well, if you're applying from Nigeria, I don't know why they keep asking us for English proficiency, because English is our first language. So I don't understand why they keep asking us. Well, I know a couple of people who have mailed the school we're applying for, like explain to them like, English is my first language. I did my undergraduate in English, so why do I need to still prove that I can speak English? So the school waived it for them. I don't know, you can try that. But if no luck, you're just gonna have to write IELTS or GRE, one of the 2, or whatever exam they want you to write. But me, I was lazy. I don't know. I specifically applied to school that did not require English testing. So that's how I got away with it. And then for your transcript, this step is very annoying. I say it's annoying because you know how Nigerians can do things, like they can delay in everything. So you also want to like apply for your transcript from your undergraduate school. So all of these things, this is what like adds to the time. When I say 1 year, it's not long. This is what I mean, because some schools I would say my school, it took me like 1 month to get the transcript. If your school is fast, lucky you. So there's still gonna be like other documents that they require from you, but I just mentioned the important ones that you need. I think all of that ones should be pretty easy to get. So when you apply, it takes like 4 months to hear back from them. And I remember I applied for schools in January. I heard from some back May, April, so 4 to 5 months. So brace yourself. When I say 1 year, it's not long. I know what I'm saying. So it takes like 4 to 5 months to hear back from them. So brace yourself. So that's why you need to apply ahead of time. like you need time. So after waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for months, when you finally hear back from the school, two things: you either get accepted or you get rejected. If you get rejected, I'm sorry, but try again. Like, you have to keep trying, because I got rejected like 3 times. At some point I was like, what is wrong with me? I started feeling dull. I was like, okay, is it that people don't want me or what? If you get rejected, please try again. Like, there's no harm in trying. I know it's expensive, but just try again and do things better this time. If you get accepted, great news. You proceed to the next level, which is your visa application. This one is another video I will have to dedicate and explain. It is long. It is I think this is the make it or break it process. Getting admission is one thing, getting your visa is another. So I will dedicate another video where I'll be talking about the visa application process, doing it yourself. Like, you don't need an agent. It's an expensive process, and you'll be spending money applying for schools because you still want to spend money on agents. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comment section and I'll be there waiting. I hope you enjoyed these little tips I just gave. Like I said, everything I said, let me say it again before you attack me in the comment section. Let me say it again. Everything I said is just from my personal experience and some things that I observed while I was applying. And these are the questions people keep asking me over and over again. So I decided to come here to answer it for you guys. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on my social media. I have it linked up somewhere here or here. But just follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.